things, but that's neither here or there. But I really wanted to talk about um I really wanted to talk about this Ryan wedding stuff. All right, sure. Yeah, I've been trying to work on this stuff, so I really wanted to get on here and talk about the Ryan wedding situation as far as like. So if you don't know nothing about Ryan Wedding is a former skateboarder turned drug dealer. But come to find out, he had already low key always been selling dope. But he became bigger than the cartel. He just got busted. They flown him back into America. I was trying to find a news clip, so that's what I was really over here doing, trying to make sure I had everything right. Um, Obviously I didn't. Um, so I'm gonna share my screen. Google Chrome app bundle would like to record this computer screen and audio. Alright, y'all got it. I don't know why it won't let me share my screen so I can show y'all YouTube. I don't really understand. And now I keep jumping up. So I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to share my screen. Yeah, this is so confusing, y'all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump off and then I'm gonna come back on. Bear with me. Chevy Rose, we will be right back. Hold on, we having some technical difficulties. I don't want to keep pausing, y'all. I don't want to keep pausing, y'all, but this is being aggravating. This is real loud being aggravating. So I finally got it. Yo, so I'm sharing my screen with y'all because I want y'all to see this. All right.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea.
January 22nd, 2026, Mexico City. Ryan Wedding walked into the U.S. Embassy after dark, FBI's #1 most wanted fugitive. Over a decade on the run, he was surrendering. The cartel that protected him for a decade.
So again, this is Ryan Wedding. This is the guy that was the FBI's most wanted. #1. Man, they had a $15 million bounty on this man's head, bro. 15 million. A bounty on his head. Man, they said this dude. I'm just gonna let the video talk. All I'm saying is I can't be mad at Brody. Like, let me shut up before they come knocking at my door. Let's watch the video.
Decade just cut him loose. The FBI had been negotiating with him for weeks, and FBI Director Kash Patel was already on a plane to Mexico City. Here's the twist. Despite the biggest bounty in FBI history, $15 million, no one may ever collect it. Here's the 24-hour timeline of how it went down. Missed the button? Go ahead, subscribe now so you don't forget later. 3 weeks before the surrender, Wedding was still moving between Mexico City's luxury hotels, different location every few nights.
Hold on real quick. I want to make sure I give the content creator his credit. So make sure y'all just subscribe to the Criminal Files. I couldn't see. So make sure y'all subscribe to the Criminal Files. We are using
Been doing this for over 10 years. His protection came from Los Chapitos, the Sinaloa cartel faction loyal to El Chapo's sons. But the cartel was in civil war. July 2024, one of El Chapo's sons betrayed Ismael El Mayo Zambada and handed him to U.S. authorities. The Sinaloa cartel fractured, thousands killed in Sinaloa state. Thousands disappeared. David Salcedo is a Mexican security analyst. According to his sources in Mexican security, Los Chapitos made a decision in late December, pull Wedding's protection. Reasons unknown. Without their backing, Wedding became a target for the rival faction, the same people who wanted revenge for El Mayo's betrayal. Wedding had two options: surrender to Mexican authorities and risk assassination in custody, or negotiate with U.S. authorities and face life in federal prison. According to Salcedo, the cartel orchestrated the surrender. They wanted to keep his distribution networks, routes, and contacts, everything he built. Early January 2026. U.S. authorities made contact with Wedding. The negotiations started. According to Salcedo, based on conversations with Mexican security sources, the negotiations were established various days before the surrender. FBI Director Kash Patel was monitoring the operation. When Wedding agreed to terms, Patel scheduled travel to Mexico City. Location: U.S. Embassy, Mexico City. Date: January 22, 2026. Time: after dark. Extraction team: FBI hostage rescue team. In a later interview with Vanity Fair, Patel described it as an intense negotiation. Mexican authorities coordinated with the FBI, Department of Justice, State Department, and Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Mexico's Secretariat of Security and Citizen Protection and Attorney General's Office participated. According to Salcedo, Patel timed his trip to Mexico City to coincide with the agreed surrender. He planned this lightning visit to Mexico to coincide with the surrender of Ryan Wedding to bolster the perception that, thanks to him, he obtained this major victory. The U.S. Embassy later stated the surrender was a direct result of pressure applied by Mexican and U.S. law enforcement working in close coordination and cooperation. Thursday night, January 22, 2026. Ryan Wedding, age 44, entered the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City. The FBI's hostage rescue team was waiting. They took him into custody. No shots fired, no resistance. The manhunt was over. Friday morning, January 23, 2026. Kash Patel departed Mexico with two detainees, Ryan Wedding and Alejandro Rosales Castillo, a separate FBI most wanted fugitive arrested by Mexican authorities. Mexico's Security Secretary Omar Garcia Harfuch confirmed via social media that a Canadian citizen turned himself in at the U.S. Embassy on Thursday. A Mexican security cabinet member, speaking anonymously to the Associated Press, confirmed it was Ryan Wedding. Flight path: Mexico City to Ontario International Airport, Southern California. Friday morning, the plane landed in Southern California. The FBI released footage of what happened next. Wedding in handcuffs, being escorted off the aircraft by federal agents. Watch his face. He wore jeans, a gray sweatshirt, a black vest, and a black baseball cap. Zero expression. He walked across the tarmac surrounded by agents. This was it. Minutes later, press conference at Ontario International Airport. FBI Director Kash Patel stepped to the podium. He went from an Olympic snowboarder to the...
So that's pretty much about it, is what was going on. But you see, this dude was responsible for having like 7 families killed. Like, this dude was a skateboarder turned to the Sinaloa cartel. But then somehow the Sinaloa cartel, they pulled their protection from him. So he either had to take his chances in the Mexican jail or come over here to